Need a pair of glasses. Right where you left them. Ooh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Stop recording. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. And who are we having tonight? Pete, Lion Crow. Okay, interesting. Roy, Glenn, Ann, Road Trip 920. Mike Nixon, Miso, Agnunus, I don't know. Billy Joe, Dang, Richard Zach, Dang, Rebellious Seagull, okay, Miso. What did I miss? Nothing. We just got here. Actually, just got here, just signing in, just saying hi to the first few people here, seeing what's going on. Nothing over there on YouTube yet. Oh my goodness. Nothing on Instagram or Facebook yet either. Jacob, Jack, Kyle, Billy Butler, and Mario, que pasa? Jacob, Kyle, thoughts on XRP? Sorry, dude, I don't do cryptocurrency. Maddie, Kyle, Enron, Pfizer is my dividend king for 2025. That'll be the first one we take a look at today. Pfizer, PFE. Hollywood, what's happening? Calvin Hill, good evening. Sultani, Dark Matter. Gruwalls, 85. Interesting name, Gruwalls. Cool beans. Fitz Air, what's happening? Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? Fitz Air. Miso, you that list ready? Which list are we talking about there, Miso? Hey, mate, what's going down, eh? OTW, altcoins dumping. Sorry, I don't do coins. Don't do cryptocurrency at all. None of that stuff whatsoever. Oh, damn. Thank you. Gruwalls, XRP news. Sorry, I don't do XRP. It's not a dividend stock. It's new. All right, so we got some people here. Let's get started. Yesterday, you wrote down. Oh, the stocks I wrote down yesterday. Yeah, got them right here. Got that list ready. We'll breeze through a few of them. See what you guys think. Go from there. Got to get my tea. Pressure, what's happening? All right, well, let's get ready to go. All right, here we go. Now, we got quite a bit of stocks we took a look at yesterday. You guys want me to take a look at. So I'm going to go really quick. I'm going to pause the questions, so no questions until. Tracy, what's happening? Let's get ready to get started. Siri looked good, but now you're not so sure. Okay, we're going to take a look at that one. Siri is on the list. Yep, it's on the list. It's coming right up. All right, I'm going to pause the questions right where they are, and we're going to breeze through these as fast as we possibly can go. First on the list is going to be Verizon. VZ, Verizon, VZ. Nope, high of the year, ain't gonna happen. AT&T, nope, too close to the high, ain't gonna happen. Siri, SIRI. Ooh, now that's interesting. Take a look. Okay, now, let me explain what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 5 things, all right? Number 1, where's the high of the year? Number 2, where is the low of the year? Number 3, where was it a year ago? 4, where was it today? And 5, what is the overall pattern? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Simple, easy pattern. It just follows it. It's coming in a down slope. Good. Well, the low of the year is right there. So that is a good thing. So we know where the bottom is. And that's what we're looking for. All right, so besides just that, this area right here, well, this is the last couple of weeks. Well, kind of want to know, what do the investors, you and I, what do we feel about this stock at this moment in time? Well, before we do that, do the numbers work? Now, what do I mean by the numbers? If I'm buying it tomorrow, selling a covered call, what am I going to make? Well, 24.36, the 24.50 is going for 61 cents. That's more than 2%. Now, if you're new here, what I am looking for is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, what do I mean 1% per week? Well, if you take my overall portfolio, add it all up, 1% of that. So if I have 100,000 in my trading account, I want $1,000 a week. If I get 50,000 in my account, well, I want 500 a week. Whatever 1% is, because 1% every single week comes to over 50% per year. And I don't know about you, but 1% a week, 50% a year, I like the sound of that. So yeah, it makes sense to me. I'm just sharing what I do. If it makes sense to you, fine, great. Let's continue. So Siri looks as if it'll give me 2% on the numbers. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. We're actually going to go through a couple examples also, so you get a better idea of what I'm doing. The high of the year, around 42. Right there, 42.26. The bottom of the year, that was in mid-December 2041. Well, look what it's did in the last, like, approximately 90 days. Well, here's the 90-day bottom. Here's the top. This is where it was. This is where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up again. But what happened today? That would make me a little concerned, because you don't get to see this right here on the full 1 year chart. You get to see it a little better here on the 90-day chart, but let's go closer to the 30-day chart. This is what it looks like. Well, what happened today? Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 25.50. We shoot up. There's the 30-day top. Here's the 30-day bottom. 1, 2. Today would have been a great third day to the upside, but nope. Back to the drawing board. So I'm going to sit and wait for Siri to come back down again, make a new bottom before she turns around again. Well, we'll see what happens. It's just a waiting game. I like Siri, yeah, 2%. Well, that's great, but I don't really want to buy it now because I don't know which direction it's going. You know, usually 30-day top, 30-day bottom, then she shoots up. Well, this one shot up, and now it decided not to shoot up. Okay, it went from 23 to 25.5. Now that's a $2.50 move. $2.50 move on a $23 stock, that's over 10%. So I can see where there could be possible profit taking. Okay, 10% increase within 2 days, yeah, possible profit taking. So that kind of makes sense. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Don't really know. We won't know till tomorrow or the next day. So let's keep progressing. Notice Siri. CRDO. I have no idea what CRDO is. I don't even know who came up with that one. CRDO. No is what it is. ANCFX. ANCFX. This is probably going to be another no. And it is. Dow. DOW. Ew, look at that. Okay, the high, the low. Look at what's happening right here. The low of the year just recently, and it's going to the upside. Well, I like that idea. Let's take a better look. What do the numbers look like? Well, I can buy it tomorrow morning at 37.59. The 37.50 is going for 0.61, which is more than 1.5% for the week. Well, 1.5% a week is over 80% for the whole year, if you can get 1.5% every single week. Well, I like Dow. Well, let's take a look at the numbers and see if it makes sense. Okay, so the high of the year, right around 61. That was about a year ago. She drops down and hits a 30, looks like a 35 for the bottom. That is almost a 50% drop in price. Closer, probably like 47, 48%, but that's a big drop from 60 down to 30, 35. Okay, but now she's bouncing up. We'll take a better look at that in about, when we squeeze down a little bit. So here's the 1 year chart. A year ago, 57.60, tops out at 60.89. Here's the bottom. Look at the last 90 days. The high, the low, where was it? Look at this, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Get a better view of what's happening right now. Look at the $44 high and the $35 low. Well, she's definitely got plenty of space to go to the upside. Well, let's see what's happening. Last 30 days. Okay, right here, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again. 1, 2, 3, 4 days going to the upside. Well, that looks good to me. What does it normally do this time of year? For that, we need the seasonality chart. And that looks something like this. Okay, all the way up to the left, January 1st, December 31st. This is the area we're looking at right here. Dow has a tendency to come down and bottom out in the month of March. Well, that's now. And then look at the run up from the bottom here in March to the high. Look at that in April or May. Yeah, so it's the bottom here, which is pretty damn close. So we're just a couple of days off from this bottom right here. If you remember, that's when the pandemic happened, the second or third week in March. Okay, and then she has a nice run up. Okay, so that doesn't look that bad either. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. Now, I like the 3750, so for the fun of it, let's try one. And let's do a sample covered call on Dow because everything looked pretty good. Now, I'm not saying this is a yes. I'm just saying everything looks pretty good. Now, the current price, $38.42, the closest strike price. Hold on a second. The last price was $37.40. The closest strike price, $37.50. So hypothetically, that should be close to where she opens up at tomorrow morning. Hypothetically. Now, all those numbers will change as the market is open. So first thing tomorrow morning, we'll expect them to change, and then they'll keep changing. Okay, so the 3750, one contract. Now, if you don't understand what a covered call is, it is one of the safest trading strategies there is. Okay, you buy the stock, you sell it for the same price you just paid for it, which is kind of silly if you think about it. Buying it for $25.50, is that right? $37.50. Sorry, buying it for $37.50 and then selling it for $37.50. Well, that kind of doesn't make any sense, but it does if you're doing a covered call. It's kind of like, hey, I'm going to the store. You want me to pick you up something? Yeah, great. Pick me up. Whatever. Here's the money. Come back. Great. There you go. It's almost the same thing. Or I'm going to the store, I'll pick you up something, pay me when I get back. Well, you just happen to get back on a Friday. I don't know. Anyway, it's not that difficult. Okay, so here's the order right here. Buy one covered call Dow 100. That's the weeklies, because that's what we're doing here. Selling covered calls on weekly options for weekly cash flow. That's probably the easiest way I can explain it. 14 March 25. The 3750 call option of Dow on the market to open. My profit, $82. This cost me $36. Let's break out the calculator to find out exactly what that rate of return is. Now, to calculate the rate of return, you take your profit, okay, clear that. You take your profit right here, whoops, max profit, $82 per contract. So every contract you do is $82. So if you have $3,600, you can do one contract. Well, can you do two? Can you do three? Can you do 12? Can you do 15? We each have our own limitations on our financial investments. Okay? I may have X amount. You may have 3X amount. You may have 1X. Whatever it is, you know what you got. All right, anyway. One contract, $82. Let's put it into the calculator, 82, and then we divide that, the profit, 82, by the order or the investment. In this instance, it is cost of trade, including commissions and fees, $3,668. So divide $3,668. It gives me a grand total of 2.2%. Now, this is for just 1 week, which means it's not for 1 week, it's for 4 days. Monday came and went. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days left. I'm getting 2.2%. But here's the thing. Do I like Dow Chemical? DOW. Do I like it? Do I want to buy it? Do I want to own it? Do I want to hold it and get a 1% or more every single week until it hits my target? Well, my target is 37.50. Okay, right now it's at 37.40. It could hit it by Friday. It could hit it next week. It may hit it 3 weeks from now. But do I want to own it? They continuously increase their dividends, so why not? All right, now for those you don't know, let me show you something. Now, we did the math, it's 2.2%. If this number right here was all cash. Now, I'm sure you've heard the term margin before. Margin just means I'm putting in $1 and the broker, whoever you use, is putting in whatever they're putting in. Well, mine is a 2 to 1. I get $2 of the broker's money for every $1 of my money. But here's the thing. Okay, in this one, okay, $3,600, $3,668, all cash. But margin, I only need $1,000, $1,050. Well, what is my rate of return then? Okay, the same profit, $82. But what am I investing? Well, right there, $1,050 divided by 1,050. Well, now I'm making 7.8% for 1 week. But here's the funny thing. The questions don't change. Questions are the exact same. Number one question is, does it make sense? That's number one. Number two is, do I like Dow Chemical, DOW? Number three is, do I like Dow at this price? 4 should be, am I willing to buy it and hold on to it for the rest of my life, sell a covered call every single week until it hits my target? What's my target? $37.50, because that's what I bought it for, $37.40. I want to sell it at $37.50, make a nice little profit. Do I want to sell it, or do I want to just hold on to it for however long it takes? Because stocks go up, stocks go down. What do you think is going to happen to Dow stock? It's going to go up, and then it's going to go down. But which way is it going tomorrow? I don't know. That's why you have to decide. Do I like the company? Do I want to own it? Do I want to own it at this price? Am I willing to hold on to it? Even if it drops 50%, because that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down. You take a look. When I say never buy a stock unless you understand it, take a good look. You should know exactly what is the high of the year, what is the low of the year, what is the range. If the high is 100 and the low is 50, that is a 50% range. Are you okay with that? It is a game. It's a game for adults to understand what the risks are. Well, do I like Dow Chemical? Am I willing to buy it, own it, and hold on to it till the day I die and collect 1% every single week, or until it hits $37.50? That's the way I look at things. Okay, I don't want to buy anything I'm not willing to hold on to for a very long period of time. I got no problem whatsoever buying Dow Chemical and holding on to it. We all, hypothetically, we all should know who Dow Chemical it is. Not that we like the company, but you've heard them in the news over the last 2 or 3 or 4 decades. Dow Chemical's been around. Anyway, that's what it looks like. I'm writing Dow down, and then I'm going to circle it. Oh, where is it? Abbott Labs is next. Let's go to Abbott Labs. Oh, before I forget, let's get back to the very beginning. Before I forget, do me a favor. When you put in questions into the queue wanting to ask me something, please do me a favor. Only ask the question once. I am going to answer each and every individual question before the night is over. Okay, I want to go through the stock list because you always give me stocks. I write them down, and then the next night I go through them. So as I'm going through them, write your questions down. I will answer them, but please only ask the question once, and make sure the companies you're asking have options, weekly options, and dividends. Okay? Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. I only have 2 criteria. Number 1, it has to be a company that pays dividends for at least 20 consecutively increasing years. That means dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, Warren Buffett's list, companies that are consistently profitable and have weekly options. Other than that, I'll take a look. Okay? All right, let's keep on going. Let's take a look at some more of these questions. Samuel, how are you doing from Nigeria? Antoine, I tried giving you a call today, dude. Miso. Where are we? Here we go. Siri. We just looked at Siri. Can I add FTEC? FTEC. It's added to the list. Please look at RTX. Ooh, I like RTX. Calvin Hill. Oh, Nut sent me some roses. Thank you. Oh, Dem. It makes sense. Cool beans. Joseph Hogue, CFA. You have no idea what just came to the top of my head. XRP, D White, come on. Dividend stock talk. Dividend stock. XRP is not a dividend stock. SMCI. Alex, there's always somebody asking for that piece of crap. SMCI, we'll take a look. Okay, Abbott Labs is already on the list. VYST. Never heard of it. VYST. UPS. Didn't we look at UPS yesterday? UPS. We can't see your chart, only see the table. Move the camera. Oh, that's not the camera. That is something else. Hold that thought. That's the whole chart. That's the whole thing. All right. It's a 24-hour stock. Yeah. SPX. Not on my list. It's at 37 after hours. Okay. Jim Bibby, how are you doing? Asha Kumar. Good bad guy. Is there such a thing as a good bad guy? Simone's in the house. How you doing, Simone? Coles reports tomorrow. All right, I'm kind of curious. Hold that thought. From Nigeria, Raphael, back again. There he is again. How are you? I'm on the weed again. Please don't go too fast. All righty then. What do I think about Spider? Timmy, I don't do spiders. Okay, if you looked at the numbers, actually seriously looked at the numbers, you wouldn't do it either. It's paying what, 1.2%, 1.5%, something weird like that for the year. Oh, Antoine, I'm sorry to waste your time. I want to get on weekly training. Yeah, but you left me your number, so I gave you a buzz and you didn't answer. Okay. General Dynamics, huh, Enron? General Dynamics. Which app is that? Oi, 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 oi. This is Think or Swim. It's not an app, it's a trading platform where you buy and sell stocks. Okay, Connor Scott. Celsius stocks is not 20 years old. VFC. Andrea, VFC. I will next time. Yeah, okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh, Andrea wants to take a look at Bill. and INTC. All right. Flash, what a day. Thanks for the call today. Hey, B-Rad Daddy. Hormel, HRL. HRL and LUV. LUV. Okay, you guys, you realize I'm not going to be able to get to all these things. Hollywood. Hormel went crazy Friday. Got in and out of Hormel. Cool beans. Jim Bibby. I'm nice. Cool. Just got off a cruise ship. What a great idea. I love cruises. I took 7 cruises in 1 year once. It was cool. Should I put my life savings into Tesla? Derek, I can't even believe you're asking that question. What are your thoughts on Trump's tariffs? Are you worried about long-term growth and gains? Oh boy, please don't drag me into the politics. You don't want to hear what I have to say. De fritas, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? Didn't get the link for the morning meeting this morning. I heard that from a few people. I find that weird because I sent them out last night. Okay, so-and-so told me that SPY would drop in MSTR 240 and 250. Okay, but you're missing the point. It's not what I'm interested in. It's not on my radar, so to speak. I don't do either one of those, and there's reasons why I don't do both of those. Enron, cut off the request, and we got to get through the list. Yeah, Enron, I hear you. No to Tesla. Told you last night. Called me a ray of sunshine. Yes, you are a ray of sunshine. Cool beans. Okay, so let's hold up right where we are, and let's go take a look. Where does the spreadsheet you use on your website? Oh, that would be on the. There's a couple of spreadsheets on the in the Discord. Okay, I have a few other things I got to upload to the Discord also. Anyway, let's go through the list. Okay, next on the list, Abbott Labs, ABT. ABT. No, look where she is. Way too close to the high. Ooh, Yum Brands. No, hell no. 2 reasons. 1, too close to the high, and it's a monthly. NVDX. NVDX. What the heck is that? We're going to say no to NVDX. It's searching for a bottom right here. And I'm pretty sure this thing's not 20 years old. LAES. What the heck is LAES? Okay, I seriously doubt a $1 stock has 20 years of dividends. No. Para. Okay, no to this one. Look at that. Okay, up, down, up. She's way too close to the top, and she's pulling down. Nope. Micron, MU. Interesting. Micron's down here. Now, I like Micron. We did this one a couple of months ago, but she seems to be finding a new bottom. So I'm going to write Micron down for next week because it looks like she should find a bottom soon. And if she finds a bottom soon, it'll be a good candidate for next week. Okay. Disney. Disney's finding a bottom here. Look at this. Disney hasn't been this low in 4 months. Down, up, down, up, down. Finding a new bottom for Disney. I'm going to write that one down for next week also. That one looks like she should set up nicely. Next. NVDY. NVDY. No, I don't do monthlies. 21 March, 17 April, 16 May, 15 August, 16 January. Those are monthlies. The numbers just don't work. I'm strictly a numbers guy. 1 plus 1 is going to equal 2 no matter where you go. But 12 as opposed to 52, yeah, no, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work for me. Sorry. Enbridge, no. ENB. Okay, monthly, don't do monthlies. UNP. What the heck is UN? Oh, Union Pacific. Are they still paying dividends? Let's find that one out. UNP. Union Pacific. Let's take a gander. Ooh, they do have dividends. Okay. So let's see, how good has Union Pacific been paying out its dividends? Dividends only, the maximum amount of dividends, 1980. Wow, I'm only going to go back to 2005, because that's 20 years. I don't need to go back to 2080. All right, here we go. 2005, 8, 9, 11, 14, 17, 19, 24, 30, 35, 40, 46, 50, 55, 61, 67, 73, 80, 88, 97, 107, 118, 130, 134. I don't know about you, but that's consistently going higher and higher and higher. I like Union Pacific, consistently increasing their dividends for more than 20 years. That works for me. All right. So that being said, let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, a year ago, Union Pacific's at 250. She drops to the bottom of the year in the middle of June to 1845. Well, here's the top right in the beginning of September at 258. Then she drops all the way back down to 221 by the end of the year. And look at the movement we have here. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Look at this. It's in an upward trend at the moment. Okay, but look how short the trends are. They're not that long. Maybe a week, 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 maybe a week. It's like very short bursts, up, down, up, down. So if that's the pattern I'm looking at, could she continue to go up? Yeah, she could. Is she going to? We don't know. Look, the last 30 days, up, down, up, down, up. She still has some more momentum, but how much? Do you really want, because you just don't know. The high's here, and look at where it is now. Could it keep going up? Yeah, it could. But if I'm only looking for 1%, well, why not? The 248s, okay, because it's at the last traded price is 248. So the 247.50 is going from 265 to 410. So yeah, you probably can get your 1% out of this company. But do you like Union Pacific Railroad? It's a very interesting question. Are you willing to buy it at $248 and hold on to it for however long it takes to hit your target? Okay, well here, my target would be the 248s or the 249s, somewhere in that area. Anyway, next. VA, what the heck is VA? Or that's supposed to be UA. Probably UA. No, it's not UA. Oh, Under Armour. Yeah, no, that's a monthly. No. JTAI. What the heck is that? It's a no is what it is. STX. Seagate. No, look at that. But we are going to put Seagate up for next week. So look at that. going sideways for a bit, then a big drop. Well, a big drop like that, especially with a company like Seagate, find the bottom, turn around, go back up. Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on that one next week. STX. Microsoft. Yeah, no. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you noticed that. The very first thing I saw is this right here. Now, the second thing I saw was this channel. Okay, get a bottom at 410 and a top at 335. Okay, just went sideways almost all year long. It broke out here for a little bit, broke out there for there and there. That's it. But for the most part, she just went sideways all year long. But that's Microsoft. And if you really like it, because it is consistently profitable, it's a new bottom here and it gapped down. Well, from the low, the close, not the low, but the close. She went up, now she's down. I'm kind of curious, what's Microsoft going to happen? AVGO. AVGO. Interesting. 184. Okay, this is kind of interesting here. The high, the low, where it was, where it is. Look at this. Up, up, down. What's happening here? 180. The 180 is going for 810, 815. That can't be right. Wait a second. 184 was the last price. The 185, that's not right. Okay, well, let's find out what's going on here. Okay, well, here's the 30-day bottom here. Friday was an up day, but today was a down day. So this thing is still coming to the downside yesterday or Friday. Looks like it was just a minor blip, but we will put that one up from the list for next week. Next, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Now, this has been in a free fall for a while. It's really not high on my list. I don't even think it is even on my list because I don't think they got the dividends to support it. All right. I'm going to say no to AMD. TEM. Ooh. Tempus AI. Why do I have a feeling that this thing doesn't have 20 years of dividends? TMPI. That right? TEM. Well, let's find out. How much dividends does this company have? Oh, none. Yeah, no. Yeah, look, see? There are no dividends in the selected time period. Yeah, no. Mara. Now, Mara is on my list, but not for picking up this week. Look at this. A nice movement to the upside, and then today, big drop. Now, I've had Mara for a while because it does give me over 1% every single week, even if it's down from where I originally jumped in, because the premiums are just very lovely. They are. So, yeah, not time for jumping into Mara. Arway. What the heck is Arway? RWAY. It's a no is what it is. Fang, FANG. Oh, what's going on here? Look at that. I'm going to watch for the bottom on this one. Write that one down for next week. I don't even know it's on the list or not. OKE. No, that's a monthly. PDX. No options. TTD. What the heck is TTD? I'm going to say no to this one. The trade desk, look at this. This does not look good at all. There's the high here. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's a big drop. Then she's all the way down. Yeah, that thing looks like it's sinking. The trade desk does not sound familiar at all. Let's go take a look at how often does this company pay dividends, and are they increasing or are they decreasing? Yeah, no dividends. Yeah, what a surprise. No thank you to TTD. LOT, what the heck is LOT? Yeah, no. AMDY. No again. ARRC. Isn't that ARC Financial? ARRC. Ah, that's a no. ARCC. That's a no. Okay, monthlies. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work. FTEC. FTEC. That's a no also. RTX. Ooh, I like this one. There we go. RTX. And it looks kind of interesting. I'm saying kind of interesting because it is kind of close to the high of the year. Okay, she pulled back. Okay, the high of the year, she pulled back 2 days to the upside. Well, you know what that means. For me, that's what it means. I got to be more clear because I don't want to see people pointing their fingers and you said this, you said that. No. For me, I like a bottom after a top because once you get up top, you can have profit taking. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. It was at 122. It shoots up to 134. Okay, that's a 10% increase. 122 to 134 is 12 bucks. 12 bucks on a $120 stock is about 10%. Okay, 10% profit taking. Has enough profit taking. Now it's regrouping down here. Here's your bottom. 1, 2 days to the upside. Higher highs, higher lows. Yep, that baby's going back up again. Is that guaranteed? No. There's only three. I like saying this. There's only 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and disappointment. So, all right, RTX. Let's move this over here for a little bit. It's currently at 127. The 127 is going for 266. Okay, that's about 2%. Well, cool. Let's see what one looks like. Wait, before we do, let's jump over and see what does this stock normally do. Now, for that, we usually take a look at the seasonality chart. If you don't know what a seasonality chart is, let me briefly explain it to you. Briefly, okay? All the way to the left is January, all the way to the right, January 1st, December 31st. Okay, the blue line right here, that represents the movement for this year. Okay, that's what it's been doing this year. Okay, now down here, this is 10 years worth of data. That's 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, so on and so forth. 10-year moving average. Well, right here, what does a stock normally do? Let's zoom in and find out. Okay, bring my little cursor right there, put it on that blue dot, left click, drag right. Okay, this thing has a tendency, you can't hide that, has a tendency to go down this time of year. Okay, and then in the middle, towards the end of March, she goes right back up again. Okay, stocks go down, stocks go up. Well, we know that. Well, how does this company? Now, is this guaranteed? No, this is not guaranteed. This is only a glimpse of what it has done in the past. Now, if the company does the same thing year after year after year after year, same thing over and over again, well, there's a good probability that she is going to continue to do the same thing. You can see the overall is to the upside. Say, your bottom here, another bottom here, another bottom here. It's going towards the upside. So here's your top profit, take it. Now she's going back up again. Is it guaranteed? No. Death, taxes, disappointment. Those are your only 3 guarantees in life. Let's keep rolling. That was RTX. I like that one. Oh, yeah. I remember somebody asked about this one. SMCI. SMCI. I need to get my venting out sooner or later, so let's have it right here. Now, somebody likes SMCI. I don't know why. Look at the numbers. Okay, here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Down, up, down. It's at 35.24. The closest one's going to be the 35, 315. That's a nice premium. 350, 35.50, 280. Look at the premiums. The premiums are nice. Okay, well, let's take a closer look at the chart. Wait a second. Before we do, let's go here. SMCI. Imagine that. Now, SMCI has no dividends. Okay, so I don't know why people would come to a dividend investing channel and ask for a stock that has no dividends. It amazes me. Anyway, but take a look at the numbers. Take a look at what everything looks like. Okay, what is she going to do? Well, here's your bottom. Here's your top. She comes down 3 days to the upside. Well, is she going back up again? Look at your last 30 days. Okay, up, down. She's going up very slowly. If you like SMCI, but look at the numbers. 36.90. Okay, was the last trade. Now it's at 35.39. The 35.50 is going for 285. Okay, that is almost 5-6%. That's a nice old trade if you like SMCI. VYST. Now that's weird, but of course you can tell it's a no. UPS. Now I did jump into UPS when this happened. Everybody asked me if I was crazy. I said, what are you crazy? This thing dropped right there. Hey, got some bad news. The stock dropped. It dropped. I looked at it and I jumped in there, and then I took a little bit of a ride. Took a little bit of a ride, not a huge ride, but a little bit. So UPS. Now UPS has been around for a while, and we know who UPS is. They're not really going anywhere. At least I don't think so. Okay, they're currently at 120. The 120 is going for 193. If you don't know simple math, 193 is more than 1% of 120. Okay, so the numbers work. Let's see what the chart's telling us. The chart's telling us it's done with this ride. Look at that. Let's go to that last 30 days. Okay, look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago, 30-day bottom. Today is a 30-day top. What do you think's happening? Profit taking. Yeah, this thing's going to be no good for me for at least 2 weeks. So, UPS makes it a top of the list for 2 weeks from today, because once the profit taking is done, that will be in about 2 weeks. So I'll take a look at it then. Sorry, I was just looking at the open interest on the volume of the options. Okay. Now, if you understand anything about options, these numbers here, which is the volume and the open interest, that just gives you some kind of a clue of how many people out there and what they're thinking. See, people buy put options when they think a stock is going down. People buy call options when they think it's going up. So just take a look at the numbers. The open interest, okay, 1,200, 1,500, 1,000, 1,000, 1,600, 1,200, 1,900. That's how many people, how many contracts are available. Now you take these numbers, you multiply them by 100. So you had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You get over 1 million shares or 1 million contract, 1 million shares. People thinking he's going to the upside. Well, let's look at the other side. 1,700, 1,200, 250, 260, 1,118. Okay, what do you think? That is about a 4 or 5 to 1. So 4, 5, say it's going to go up to 1. So it's like a 4 to 1, 5 to 1. Okay, but it is. Look at all these contracts, all these people think it's going up. Not even half, not even a third think it's going down. Just an idea to give. What are other investors thinking? Well, a lot of people thinking UPS is going up some more. Well, we'll see what happens. But it's not a game that I want to play. Okay? I like my little sandbox. My little sandbox is just perfectly fine for me. So it's going to be no to UPS. I'm just about done. General Dynamics. Ooh, interesting, but no. But here's the thing. Now, I wouldn't jump into it because look at here, 240 to 280. That's a $40 increase on a $240 stock. 1050 was about 17 or 18% in 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. But if you look at the overall, the whole year, look at where it was 6 months ago. Right around 318. Well, she drops. Now she's shooting back up. But look at all that space. Yeah, but I don't want to be the one blazing a trail through that space. No, thank you. Especially when she has a nice shot up right here. Yeah, I'll sit and I'll wait this one out. Thank you. Next on the list, VFC. VFC. Is that the VF Corporation? VFC. Oh, what the hell happened here? Now, don't get me wrong. I like the VF Corporation. Now, I'm going to put it on my list because as soon as I see this thing turn around, I'm jumping on board. That's me. I'm not telling you guys to do it. I'm just saying. Here's the 30-day high. Now, here's a 30-day bottom. As soon as she turns around, I'm taking advantage of that. 1750 is going for 57, which is a little over 2%. Oh, I like that one. And I'm putting VFC for next week. Bill. I have no idea what Bill is. BILL. Another one. I have no idea what Bill Holdings is, but look at this big drop. They got a big drop here from 96 down to 60. That's a big drop. And she keeps on going to 40. So she's lost 50% in about a month. So 50% in a month, I would definitely want to find out what's going on there. But now I have no idea who Bill is because this is not something I've never even looked at before. BILL. Bill Holdings. Now, I honestly don't know why somebody mentioned this one to me. There are no dividends on this one either, and I've never heard of it. Okay, so I'm going to say no to Bill. Intel, Astel. Wait a minute, we got 3 more to go. Intel, INTC. Now, I bought me some Intel this morning. I did. Okay, look at what we're looking at. Okay, we're at 1980. Okay. Try at 1980, the 1950s are going for 88 cents. Well, that's more than 4%, just in case you're wondering. Okay, Intel paying 4%. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. Got a double high at 45.34, and that was a year ago. Okay, the beginning of March and the end of March. Bottoms out in August, the first week of August. And then look at the base. Oh, look at the bottom right down here, right on the 1970 area. Okay, 3-4 times. that looks like some pretty good support there. So where are we now? Okay, 30 days ago today, look at that bottom. Shoots up, pulls back. We have a new 30-day bottom today. So I'm going to keep my eye on Intel. Well, because I did buy some today, and I did have some a while ago. But it's also going to look good for next week. Look at where it is. Okay, 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. Now we have a new 30-day bottom here. But look where the top is. Okay, this thing's going to turn around and shoot up. And I love the numbers. For me, I like the numbers on Intel. Two more, Hormel. And then we'll start looking at other stuff and answering questions. HRL. Yeah, I'm going to say no to Hormel for this week, only because it's not a game I want to play. Okay, 30 days ago we're at 29. We dropped down to 27. We shoot up to 31. That's a $4 increase. A $4 increase on a $27 stock. That's close to 20%. Close, but not quite there. Okay, yeah, I think there's going to be profit taking. Not someplace I want to be. All right, last on the list, LUV, which is Southwest Airlines. And that's going to be a no. I'm going to write that one down for next week. Well, that's everything from the list you guys gave me last night. Let's jump in and see what kind of questions you guys have. Okay, Timmy wants to know, what do I think about Spider, S-P-Y? Well, Timothy, I hope you're ready for this one. You ready? Put your glasses on. Now, I always tell people, make sure you have access to a financial website so you can actually look at the numbers that some people find to be important. Well, me being one of those people, I like Yahoo Finance. You can use whatever finance website you want, but let me just take a look at what I'm looking at. Take a look through my eyes. Okay, we're taking a look at Spider, S-P-Y. Okay, you like it, great. Nothing wrong with you liking it. Look at the price, $560 a share. Okay, $560 a share. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at 2 decades of dividends. See all the dividends right there? We're going all the way back to 2005, because that would be 20 years. And here we go right now. Now, I want you to keep your eye close. How many times does the dividend go up as opposed to it going down? Now, if this is 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, so on and so forth, these numbers should get higher and higher and higher and higher at each one. Okay, so let's take a look. 05, you ready? 47. 49, 52, 67, 52. Here's where we got to stop, because I don't know if you've noticed, but 52 is less than 67. So what does that mean? Well, that means they made a profit here, but they made less money here. So the profits going up, 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 down, up, 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 down. Let's continue. Okay, that's one time it went down. That was in 2006. That was once. 56, 58, 79, 55. There's twice. 66, 72, 78, 64. There's 3 times. 64 right there. All right, 67, 69, 72, 56, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 59, 48, 7 times, 53, 60, 55, that's 8 times, 63, 63, 77, 71, 9 times, 69, 78, 102, 69, 10 times. I just showed you 10 times where Spider went down, and we're only at 2012. That's not even halfway. I'm sure it gets worse, but hold on a second. Go to the summary. Now, the summary is the page that gives you some information, and this, you're going to be very disappointed when you see this number here with spiders. Okay, this number right there. Okay, the yield. Do you understand what the yield is? That means you're putting in $558 per share into the spiders, SPY. And what are you making on average every year? 1.9% on average. Spiders making 1.9% on average. And how can you possibly tell me that's a good place to put your money? Oh, your money, not mine, but your money. Fine. No, thank you. I don't do spiders. The numbers just don't work. They're not consistently profitable. All right, so let's keep on going. What else do we have? Sorry to waste your time. You want to get on the weekly training? Hey, drop me your number again. I will do it. I'll give you another buzz. Your opinion on CRM. What the heck is CRM? Anybody? Bueller. CRM. Okay, Salesforce. What do you think? Here's the high here at 360. She drops. She's down to 270. Okay, that's almost a $90 drop. A $90 drop on a $360 stock, that is a 25% drop. $90 is about 25% drop. What do you think? Think it's going to hit bottom, turn around, go back up? If you like Salesforce, I have no idea who they are. NTES. Antoine. NETS. I think I spelled that wrong. NTES. NTES. NetEase. All right, well, let's see what they're doing for dividends. NTES. Let's check out some financial information on NTES. Oh, they do have dividends. All right, well, let's see how wonderful the dividends are. Now, remember, I'm looking for consistency of profitability. Consistency of profitability. Here we go. Dividends only. Now, I want to do the maximum because I want to see how often is it. Look, what? Really? 36, 44, 27, 47, 53, 50, 108, 50, 44. No, I'm not even going to bother. I don't even have to look at the rest of it. Just the last 2 or 3 years. Up, down, up, down. Yeah, no, thank you. That was quick. Sorry. Sorry, Antoine, just no. NQ. What the heck is NQ? NQ. Oh, 1 second, we'll see what NQ looks like. David, hello from Omaha, Nebraska. NQ, yeah, no dividends, sorry. GW, Granger? GWW? I don't think that was on the list. GWW. Yeah, see, Granger, 21 March, 17 April, 18 July, 19 September. This is a monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. So that's everybody from over on YouTube. So let's take a look at you guys over here on TikTok. See what kind of questions you guys have. Where does the spreadsheet? Okay, yeah. William McKinney. How's it going over there, William? Hope you're doing good. Got to apologize for the camera. I'm having issues with Facebook. But Facebook is not that high on my list. All right, so let's take a gander. What kind of questions do we have here? All righty. Here we go. No Tesla. Told you last night, call me Ray of Sunshine. Yes, I did. General Mills. Tatted up ginger. How are you doing? GIS. General Mills. No. 2 reasons. Number 1, it's at the high of the year. No, thank you. And it's a monthly. Double no, thank you. So let's keep on going. Kelly O'Brien, how are you today? Now, Kelly O'Brien, the only problem one of the issues I have with Alibaba, BABA, is Alibaba doesn't really pay that many dividends. Okay? 2. That's it. Alibaba paid 2 dividends. Yeah, I'll see you in 18 years. No, thank you. Mike wants to take a look at APD. What the heck is APD? APD. Air Products and Chemicals. Well, look at those dividends. Holy shit. Nice. Nice. Take a look at this shit. Hold on a second. Wait a second. This thing have monthlies. The dividends look too good for this shit. APD. Doesn't that just go figure? It's a monthly, but look at the dividends on APD. Look at this. Doesn't that look great? Okay, 19, 21, 27, 30, 31, 35, 41, 42, 45, 54, 59, 66, 71, 75, 80, 86, 95, 110, 116, 134, 150, 162, 175, 177. Every single year, higher and higher and higher. Oh, man. I wish it had weeklies. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Sorry, Mike. The dividends are awesome, but no, I don't do monthlies. The numbers don't work. Okay, Apple user, Amazon, AZM has no dividends. No. Smith & Wesson, you got to give me the ticker symbol. KRD, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you or anything, but QQQ 510 calls, not what I'm looking for. This bar replay. I have no idea what this bar replay means. Okay, Sterling, what's happening? NLY. Isn't that Annaly? NLY? I think it is. NLY. Annaly Bank. Yeah, Annaly Bank. Yeah, unfortunately, Annaly's at the high of the year. I don't know why anyone would think buying at the high of the year is a good idea. Okay, look what it does. Up, down, that's the time to buy. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Where do you think it's going next? Up, down. Yeah, no thank you. It's way too high for me. Look at all this. Yeah, no thanks. Mike Tresco, Smith & Wesson. You got to give me the ticker symbol for Smith & Wesson. Steph Olson, I unfortunately pulled the plug. I'm out. Okay. UFB as well, please. UFB. Can't find that symbol. Right. UFB. We can't find this symbol. Andrea, you're usually better than that. Trav, Defrost, what's happening? Uh-oh. Twanza, you're new. You want JEPQ? Woody, question, I'm new. Quick explanation. What's a monthly? A monthly is a company that has an option that you can only use once per month. It expires the 3rd Friday of every month. So it only trades once a month, 12 times a year. Those numbers just don't work for me. Okay, so Twanza wants to take a look at JEPQ. JEPQ. Now, I haven't picked on anybody in a while about this piece of crap, but let's do one today. Number one, it's at the low of a 30-day period. That's a no. Number two, it is a monthly optionable stock. The numbers just don't work for monthly, but it gets worse. Hold on, because I want to share this with you, because I don't know why people keep buying this thing, JEPQ. Okay, JEPQ has dividends since June of 2022, which means it's not even 3 years old yet. Okay, there's no historical performance in this thing whatsoever. Look at the numbers. 55.38 backwards. 68.55 backwards. 58.44 backwards. 43 backwards. 45, 48, 36 backwards. Up, down, up, down. But hold on a second. Hold on. It gets worse. It really does. Let's go to the summary page for JEPQ. Now, this is just my opinion. For those of you that like JEPQ, hey, more power to you. But take a look at the numbers. The yield, 9.9%. Now, that may be appealing to some of you, but the company's not even 3 years old yet, and it's paying 9.9%. Now, I really shouldn't say anything bad about that because my company hasn't even started yet, but I have nothing really to say about that one. It's 3 years old. Okay, it's a monthly. The numbers just don't work. It pays 9.9% if you like that. But I wouldn't put my money into a 3-year-old company. But that's just me. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. Woody, thank you for that. Kim 11, how are you today? Treston Brumley, what's happening? Popeye wants to take a look at DHT. Oh, good, bad guy. How many profiles do I have? I have 2. One here says Dividend Stock Talk. The second one is The 10-Minute Trader. And they're both live right now. So if you go to The 10-Minute Trader and Dividend Stock Talk here, you'll see the exact same thing. Well, not the exact same because that camera's down there looking up. This camera's here looking this way. Anyway, but still. Yeah, I have 2 profiles. DHT. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to DHT. No, imagine that, a monthly. Now, someone asked me what a monthly was. You ready? 21 March, 17 April, 18 July, 17 October. These are just months, okay? Those are not weeklies. A weekly looks something, whoops, like this. 14 March, that's this Friday. 21 March, that's next Friday. 28 March, that's 2 Fridays away. 4 April, 3 Fridays away. 11 April, 4 Fridays away. 17 April, 5 Fridays away. Every single week. That's the difference between a weekly and a monthly. Miss Bella Boo, how are you? Any chance you've spoken about SoundHound yet? Saw the news about an investigation for late filing. Okay. Miss Bella Boo, I don't do SoundHound because it has not been around for 20 years yet. Okay, see, there's 9,968 different companies in the stock market. We check once a week because the companies are always coming, always going. Okay, we're up to 9,968 from the reference from where I get my information. Okay, there may be more, there may be less. But if I'm using the same source every single week, you see how it can increase week after week after week. So out of 9,968 different companies, why do you think SoundHound should be on my list? They don't have consistency of profitability yet. They have not been around 20 years. That's 2 decades. Now, I'm retired. I'm not looking to get into a company and take it from $16 all the way up to $100. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consistency of profitability. Okay? That only comes with time. Okay, if it's not 20 years old, there's really no sense of me even looking at it because it's not going to fit. HTC. Robert wants to take a look at HTC. I've never heard of them. I have no idea what they do, but let's take a look. HTC. HTC Hutchinson. They have no option. That's a no. Robert wants to take a look at TDK. TDK. First one didn't work. The second one doesn't work either. Robert, FOMCO, Ford Motor Company. Why didn't you say F for Ford? FOMOCO. There is no such thing. FOMOCO. But if you're talking about Ford Motor Company, FOMOCO, Ford Motor Company, that would be just an F. And yeah, I did buy some Ford this morning because the numbers looked good. So let me show you why I jumped in Ford this morning. Alrighty, here's the numbers. Are you ready? It's always very simple when I'm looking for 5 things every time I look at a chart. Now, I always want to look at the 1-year chart first because it gives me an idea to fill in the blanks. Well, to fill in the blanks for number 1. Number 1 is, well, do we go to number 2? Well, we don't go to number 2 until we get to number 1. Like 1 plus 2 equals 3 equals 4, so on and so forth. So very first thing I want to see in a 1-year chart is 5 things. You ready? The high, the low, where was it, where is it, and what direction is it going? Up, down, sideways, down, up. Okay, that's the overall simplistic view. If I got my 5-year-old grandson, say, hey, little buddy, fill in the dots. Up, down, up, sideways, down, and then up again. That's the overall view. But what is it going to be financially feasible? Okay, do the numbers work? Well, the current price, $9.89. The $9.85 is going for 25 cents a share. Well, those are the ones I did this morning. All right, so let's take a look. A year ago, $12.20. The high of the year, $14.81, was in the middle of July. The bottom was just a couple of days ago at $9.06. Well, let's take a look at the last 90 days. Okay, here's the last 90 days. Look, down, up, down, up. That's pretty simple, right? We'll zoom in a little tighter. Look at the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, we were here. We went up, down, and now we're on this run right here. Yes, I jumped in this morning at 980. I sold the 985s right there. Because let's do some math on that one. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's change this to covered call right there. Okay, covered call. Here's the numbers here. The 985 right there. There it is. That's the one I want. 985. Just one contract. That way you get an idea. Well, one contract is this. How many is 10 contracts? How many is 35 contracts? Here's what it sounds like. You ready? By one covered call of Ford, the 100s, which is the weeklies, 14 March 25. That means it expires on the 14th, which is this Friday. The $9.85 call strike, well, it's currently at $9.88. I'm selling it at $9.85. Well, aren't I losing money? No, I'm not, because I'm getting this premium right here. Okay, against Ford at the market to open. That's the order right there, that green line. Now, for those you do not know, this screen behind me, just the screen alone, is live on YouTube, and it is being recorded. Okay, it's not recorded now, it is being recorded, which means tomorrow you'll be able to watch it and you'll hear me saying, it is now 10:31 p.m. on a Monday night, being the 3rd month of the 10th day, March 10th, 2025. So no, this is not a recording. It's being recorded. It's just the difference between the two. Some people piss and moan about that. Ford Motor Company, let's take a look at the numbers and see what it says to you. All right, so get my calculator. Clear that. So if the profit on one contract, the one I just read, this green one right here, okay, if the profit is $22.50 per contract, well, what does one contract cost? Well, one contract costs $963. Well, let's divide it out. 963. And that comes to a grand total of 2.3%. Okay? That's for Ford. So yeah, I did some Ford this morning because I like 2.3%. And Ford Motor Company's been around for over 100 years. I don't think they're going anywhere. I could be wrong. Okay? All right, so let's keep on going. Oh, take a shot of the cheap stuff every time he says no. How did you do today with the down tick? I didn't lose anything today. Robert, look at ETFs for Spain, Germany, France, Netherlands, Belgium, and Sweden. Okay, I don't trade those. So if I don't trade those, why would I look at them? Sean, do they have weekly options? What symbols? Yeah, see, that's a great question. If they have options, I'll take a look at them. Okay, Stellantis. Robert, you got to give me the ticker symbol. I have no idea what that means. Okay, Dioffer. Okay, they have quarterly options, or do they have quarterly dividends? Because I'm not quite sure what we're talking about here, because I don't do ETFs from Spain and all those different countries. EWG. Let me finish up what I'm doing here first. So Ford, I like it. It's on my list. I actually got some this morning because, you know, it just looked right. But it's different for everyone. Okay, so this guy wants me to take a look at, what the heck is that called? EWG? What is the heck is that? EWG. iShares. Oh, it's a monthly. That's a no. Okay. 21 March, 17 April, 18 July, 17 October. This is monthly. This is a no. Sorry. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. All right. Robert, Stellantis, I have no idea what stock symbol that is, but GMAC, you mean GM, as in General Motors? GMAC isn't a stock symbol, but GM is. That's General Motors. And I love General Motors, really do. Take a look. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. What's going on here? 47.99. The 48s are going for 115. That's over 2%. Take a look at the options. That's definitely a 2-to-1. Okay. 900, 2300, 2300, 600. That's 5, 6, almost 7,000. Is that right? 23 and 23 is 46, 47, 48, 4,800. But look at over here, 2,800. 2,800 to 4,800. I don't know. What do you think? Is that a 2-to-1? Take twice as many people think this is going up as those that think it's going down. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. I don't know. All right, so General Motors. Let's take a gander at it. But what do the numbers look like? What am I buying it for? 48. 2%, that works. Let's take a better look. All right, a year ago we actually have a double bottom on this one, or a triple bottom. Look at it, hit it twice in March last year, and again in August, 38.94. That seems to be the bottom. Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. We're at 48.08 at the moment. The high of the year, right there, 61.24. So from the 61.24, she drops all the way down to 44. Right, so 61 to 44, that's almost, wait a minute, what is that? A $20 drop? That's a 30% drop. From the top of the year to where we are now is a 30% drop, 1/3. 1/3 of the price just disappeared. But look at the bottom, a couple of days ago. Now we have 4 days to the upside. 4 days to the upside from this bottom here. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Yes, I do trade inside an S corporation. Very astute of you. The last 30 days. Here we go, right there. Right there. All right, 30 days ago, we're at 48. 46.50. Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up. There's the high, 50.50. Down here, 45.50. That's a $6 drop. That's over 10%. Now it's going back up. So now it's up 10%. Isn't that weird? From here, 50 to 44 is a 50% drop. But a 50% increase only goes up to here. That's a big difference between that. Anyway, we're at 48.08 at the moment. So yeah, the numbers look pretty good for General Motors. But what does General Motors usually do this time of year? Well, let's take a gander. Well, that's pretty plain to see. Okay, looks like General Motors goes down this time of year. Usually. Now, that's not guaranteed, but in the past, it's dropped and dropped and dropped about this time of year. But the interesting thing about the current trend, see, the current trend overall is sideways. Okay, so you see the bottom here and the top here, basically it's going sideways, up, down, up, but staying within this range. Okay, here's the top, here's the bottom. Yeah, she's in an upward trend now. Does it make sense? Do you like General Motors? Do you like it at this price? Well, you should. $48 is a good price for General Motors. Let's keep on keeping on. Clorox. Popeye wants to take a look at Clorox. CLX. Over 100 years old. How can you go wrong with a company that's over 100 years old and consistently increases its profits? Well, here you go. It's a monthly, which means I don't trade it because the numbers just don't work for me. Sorry. Hunter just sold. Ace S Duff. Okay. Glassman 2020. What about New Tech? Is that a new company? And you? Good bad guy. I think you have someone cloning you. Of course I do. Good bad guy. I got 30 people pretending to be me, cloning me, using my videos, using my images. That's why I always tell people who are here, who are live, if you really want to talk to me, if you think you are being scammed, okay? Put your number, send me your number. I will personally call you, okay? Not one of the people working for me personally will call you, okay? Hunter wants to take a look at Coca-Cola. Company's been around for one hell of a long time, but she's at the high of the year. Look at this. Okay, I don't buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, Hunter. Give it a few weeks for it to come back down. See, she comes down, consolidates, and then shoots up. Comes down, then shoots up. That's what it does. Okay, so let's keep on keeping on. Dawson's Creek, how are you today? Russell! Arapachi, how are you today? Hopnik, Kafatushia. Hopik Kafasuchia. Okay, that's an interesting name. KG, thanks for that. Long Gray, what's happening? Omaha, Nebraska. Truth, all red. I have no idea what that means. Tasha, hi. Johnny, John Anthony wants to take a look at all. ALL. Sorry, John. Monthly. I don't do monthlies. Andrea wants to take a look at Apache. APA, Apache. Ooh, I like that. Do you see that? Here's the high, here's the bottom, and it's bouncing up right here. 36 to 18. That's a 50% drop. Most stocks can fluctuate 50%. Well, this one just did. 36 is the high, 18 is the bottom. Well, there's your 50% drop. Now she's shooting up. Okay, so the chart looks okay. What do the numbers look like? 20 bucks? Well, the 20 is going for 15 to 18. Not quite 1%, but take a look at the last traded price, 1902. The 19 is going for 49. Well, yeah, that works. But why is the market maker doing this? 18 to 20. Okay, that kind of throws us off because we need numbers in order to go by. Now, all these numbers are going to change as soon as the market opens. But you know what doesn't change? What doesn't change is the mathematical equation. The mathematical equation is here's the last traded price. That's the current price at this moment in time. Here's the bid if I want to sell. Here's the ask if I want to buy. That's called the spread between 18 and 20. That's a $2 spread. It's usually 2 cents when the market's open, especially for a company that has 9.2 million shares traded. The spread between the buying and the selling is usually only 1 to 2 cents. So when the market maker throws up these numbers like this, it kind of throws off our mathematical equations for the night. Is what it is. But I do like it, and yes, it does look okay. A year ago, Apache's at $30.85. The high of the year was back in the beginning of April. That was $36.05. Okay? The last 90 days, which is the last 3 months, okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. You cannot hide that. The bottom of the year, 4 days ago. You can't hide it. 4 days ago is the bottom of the year. How do you make your most money? Buying low, selling high. You ain't going to get any lower than the low of the year. It was a 50% drop from the high of the year. Drops 50%. That was 4 days ago. Now she's moving up. This is not a recommendation whatsoever. I'm just pointing out the obvious. The obvious, the high of the year, 36. The low of the year, 18. That's a 50% drop. That was 4 days ago. Now you have 4 days to the upside from the bottom of the year. So what do you do with that information? Well, it gets to a point where it goes down until it stops. Well, apparently right there, 18 is the bottom. Turn around, now it's going back up again. So let's zoom in a little closer. Okay, you can't hide that. Look at it. Here's the 30-day high, 24. Here's your 30-day bottom, 1761. You got 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. What does that look like? All right, so let's get rid of this. The 19s. Change that to covered call. The 19s right there. One contract at the market because I want it to fill now the reason I change it from a limit order to a market order, because a market order is saying, hey, I will take it for whatever it's going for. So as soon as it opens up in the morning at 9:30, this will be filled. And then instantaneously, the next leg will be filled, which is selling it to someone else. So if I buy it at the market first thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to sell it first thing in the morning and collect my percentage, whichever that's going to be. Let's find out what it looks like. Okay, here it is. Here's the trade. Buy one covered call, APA, which is Apache, 100, which is the weeklies, 14 March 25. That's this coming Friday. The $19 call, okay, the last trade was 1902. Well, I'm selling somebody the rights to buy it from me at 19. Okay, and then I'm selling it at Apache at the market to open. Okay, the profit 57.50. Let's get the calculator. Okay, maximum profit. Let's move this over here so you can actually read it. Clear that. See what it says? Maximum profit 57.50. Right there, 57.50 maximum profit. Okay, put it into my calculator. 57.50. That's the profit. Now, to find out what your rate of return is, you take your profit, 57.50, you divide it by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, 18.43. All right, divided by 18.43 gives me a grand total of 3.1% for 4 days. Remember, Monday's already gone. That's today. Okay, now, anytime you're selling an option, you're basically selling time value, okay? Because the stock price is what the stock price is. The expiration date is what it is. Okay, on Monday, you get 5 days of time value, okay? 5 days. Monday's gone. You just lost 20% of time value. So for the time value on this one, it's going to be 3.1%. But then you have those pesky little questions rattling around in your head. Question number 1 is, does this make sense? Question number 2 is, do I like this company? Question number 3 is, do I like this company at this current price? And then question 4, do I want to own this, hold on to it to the day I die, or whenever it hits my goal? All right. That being said, I like APA. I'm going to write that one down. All righty. Okay, Ishan, RGTI is a no. Sorry. RGTI, I don't think has dividends, does it? RGTI, Arghetti. Let's take a look at some Arghetti. Okay, Arghetti, there are no dividends. That is a no. I don't do it because there are no dividends. 758. I wonder what the dividends, the premiums look like on a 758. All right, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. And look at that. We're back to where we started again. RGTI, Arghetti. Yeah, I got from $1 last year, shoots up to 22. Now she's at 790. Yeah, no thank you. That's too unstable for me. Next, Tasha wants to take a look at General Electric. Talk about an oldie but a goodie. Whoa. All right, so let's take a look at General Electric. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. Look at the nice run up. Look at where we are now. Okay, up, sideways, up, down, up, down. Here we are at 192. The 192 is going for 370. That number looks good, but do you like General Electric at this current price? Well, let's take a look. A year ago is the bottom of the year, 130. The last 90 days. Okay, take a look. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up, down. Here we are right here. Friday is lower than today. So today is an update as opposed to Friday, but still we're missing a couple more days. Take a look. I like 2 days to the upside and then jumping in on the third day. Here's day 1. So tomorrow and then the next day, I'm going to put General Electric down for next week. But it might be good for Thursday or Friday. GE will be even better next week. Damn, my tea's all gone. So it looks like I'm down to water and honey. All right, so that's General Electric. It does look good. I did write that one down for next week. Let's go to the next one. Sam, how are you today? Florida, Georgia, cross country. Okay, gotta like that one. Tasha, I can finally follow along now for the next step. I actually do it. Well, alrighty, Tasha. Nobel, Intel. We already looked at Intel earlier. Richie, monthly dividends you recommend. Monthly dividends. I don't do it that way, Richie. Okay, you're new here. Archer, ACHR. Isn't that Archer? ACHR. Yeah, Archer. Archer Aviation. Okay, wait a minute. I looked at this one before, and I don't think it has the dividends that we're looking for. ACHR. Archer. Well, let's find out. Yeah, right there. See that? No dividends. So if it has no dividends, why are we looking at it? Brianna, how are you this evening? Okay, Brianna, what about XRP? Okay, Brianna, I'll tell you what. I want you to do a quick little research on XRP and tell me how many years have they consistently increased their dividend payments to their shareholders. And then we'll take a deep dive into it, and I'll spend as much time as you want on XRP after you find out the answer to that question. Swampy Hemlock, I asked one earlier that is worth a comment or two. Okay, Swampy Hemlock, I'm going to apologize, but I answer each and every single question as they pop up. And I'm not seeing one from you. Okay, now I want you to understand, Swampy Hemlock, that there are some words and there are some phrases that are, what do you call it? That aren't allowed. So if in the last question you asked has one of those words or whatnot, it won't come through. Sorry. Hi, Rizzo. What's happening, dude? How about SoFi? Tatis. Tatis, how are you doing today? Let's put SoFi, SOFI, into Yahoo Finance, and let's find out some good, strong numbers on SoFi. Okay, take a look at this right here. Forward dividend and yield. No dividends. Okay, so you're coming to a show that specifically says dividend investing, and you're asking me about something that has no dividends. If you can explain that to me in a manner I'll understand, I'll be more than glad to take a look at it. Long Ray, do you ever work as a fiduciary for anyone? Yes, I do. Where you work this plan with other people's money? Yes, I do. But you actually got to give me a phone call. You got to send me a number and I'll give you a call because I don't do it just for anyone. I'm very particular on who I work with. New Jersey wants to take a look at Mara, M-A-R-A. Now, I do have some Mara. We did look at it earlier today, and it was not favorable. Okay? 21 drops down to 12, shoots up. Nice 2-week move. But today, big drop. So it was a big drop today. Okay, what does that mean? Well, basically, it means she shoots up, and then she pulls back down again. So profit taking, because it went from 12 to 16. Now, numbers are huge when you think of them in reference. What do I mean? Well, the 30-day bottom right here is at $12. Okay? And then she bounces from the bottom up to Friday's close, which is above 16. So from $12 to $16 is $4. Now, it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but $4 on a $12 stock is a 25% increase. So you have a 25% increase in, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. 25% increase in 8 days. So yeah, profit taken today. Okay, how far is it going to go down before people realize, hey, this is the bottom, this thing's going to go up? Yeah, it's going to go up, there's going to be profit taken, it's going to come back down again, and then it's going to go back up again. When? Well, it could start as early as tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day. So it's not going to be okay for this week because you had the big pullback today, but I am putting Mara on the list for next week because as soon as this finds the bottom, now tomorrow it could be one day to the upside. Well, that's Tuesday. Well, then I need 2 days to the upside. Okay, that would be Tuesday, Wednesday, which means the earliest I would get in would be Thursday, which all my money's already gone, so I might as well just push it off until Friday. Worst case scenario, I have a couple days to the upside. Maybe. We'll keep our eye on it. Okay, Mara, we just looked at. Okay, Ram Angler, how are you doing today? Now, Tesla, TSLA, does not have dividends. They do not share their profits. So that's basically going to be a no. Nanita, how are you today? Swampy Hemlock. Okay, Swampy Hemlock, yes, earnings per share, but that does not give you the difference between last quarter, the previous quarter, the previous quarter, the previous quarter for the last 20 consecutive years. So it's easier just to look at one number, which is the dividend. Okay, so earnings per share, yeah, you are right, but where is that located? Okay, it's easy to see the dividends because they're written down somewhere. Earnings per share are not categorized in the same manner. Okay, Tatis, we already looked at SoFi, it was a no. eShep, how are you doing? Making Bacon, what a lovely name. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Sorry, I have to go back to where I was with the questions. I'm missing all these questions. Oh boy, RGTI. All right, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. We did that one, we did that one. And I can finally follow along. Cool beans, monthly dividends. Okay, Jay Ritchie, monthly dividends I recommend. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Right there's about 300 different companies. Brianna, FX, and XRP, did you find out yet? How about SoFi? We did SoFi already. Okay, Long Ray asked me about fiduciary. I already answered that question. Ooh, this getting old shit's for the birds. All right, my hair's a mess. And yes, it is my own hair, so don't give me any crap. Someone wants to ask me if I have a toupee. Really? Queen of Denial. Holy cow, I bet you one of your brothers or your sisters gave you that name. GEC. GEC. No options, no thank you. Sorry, kiddo. Kava. CAVA. Well, no to Kava. Look at this one. Highs 145, drops all the way down to 80. That's a big drop. 145 to 80, that's 10, 20, 30, 40. Wait a minute. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. $65 drop. That's huge. It's about 40%. All right, anyway. Kava. Well, let's check and see how often Kava has its dividends. CAVA. The voice is going. Isn't that terrible? Doesn't that sound horrible? That sounds horrible. That's okay. I got another half hour to go. Let's see if I can do it without sounding too bad. All right. So Kava, CAVA, has no dividends. The EX dividend date, nothing. Forward dividend and yield, nothing. No dividends, no thank you. Sorry. Okay, Vamskis. How much Coca-Cola do I own? None. I looked at Coca-Cola earlier. The numbers just don't work. Hey, Michael David Robinsons. Okay, so like, yeah. Alrighty. Nice to see you there, MDR. Andrea, international paper. Now, that's a good one, international paper. IP. Interesting. Unfortunately, kiddo, look at this. We're in a downturn now, 60 to the high. Now she's down at 50. That's a $10 drop on a 60. That's a 6. I don't even know off the top of my head. But yeah, we're looking for a new bottom for IP. We'll write that one down next week. IP 50 is going for over $1. Okay, I like the numbers for IP. Okay, that's IP. Lesco Brandon, Kraft, Heinz Kraft, KHC. Oh, now we talked about this one yesterday too. Okay, look at the run up from the bottom at 27, shoots on up to 32.50. This was yesterday. I said this thing looks like it's going to pull back tomorrow, which was today, which was not true because we made a new 30-day high today. So yeah, I was wrong on that one. Because I thought it would have pulled back. But no, it's going to pull back eventually. I mean, how far can it keep going up? Vamskis, we already looked at Coca-Cola. What stocks actually pay weekly dividends? Okay, Wiz. Okay, Wiz. I'm just going to call you Wiz because I don't understand the last of those consonants. DQVM. I have no idea what that means. No company that I know of pays weekly dividends. However, I like companies that have weekly options. So if you listen closely to the words, nowhere does it say that the dividends are weekly. It says dividend investing for weekly cash flow. It doesn't say that the dividends are weekly. We're just saying we're using dividends to create a weekly cash flow. So the companies I'm looking at all have dividends. And just before the dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up. So if we buy the stock, sell the option against it, boom, there goes the stock, goes up. The option increases, and there we make our money. Okay, let's go. We already looked at Kraft Heinz. Justin, not a dividend, but what you think about Tesla? 16% drop today. Now, Justin, I appreciate you pre-framing that for me, telling me it's not a dividend stock. I don't do Tesla. Okay, there's 9,968 different companies. I'm only looking for 2 specific criteria. Number 1 is consistency of profitability, also known as 20 years or more of increased dividend payments to the shareholders. They got to have dividends. Well, Tesla doesn't have dividends. So the only way I can figure out on investing in Tesla is to sit in front of my computer every day and watch for movements, and I have no desire to do that. Miso wants to take a look at Pfizer. I can't believe we haven't looked at Pfizer yet today, but there it is. There's Pfizer, and we're going to quickly say no to Pfizer only because look at your last 30 days on Pfizer. Okay? There's the bottom, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up. Here's a new 30-day top. What usually happens at a 30-day top? Usually pulls back. Usually. So I don't like being at the 30-day high. Okay? I don't mind, here's the previous 30-day high. She pulled back 2 days to the upside. I would have jumped in on Friday and taken that ride up. Yeah, but I didn't see it. And I usually don't buy on Thursdays and Fridays. I usually do all my buying on Mondays and Tuesdays. Okay, CJ Sears, how are you doing this evening? Glad you're here. Now, CJ, We did take a look at SPY earlier today. And earlier today, it was a no. Okay, only because the numbers don't look that favorable. If you go into Yahoo Finance or whatever finance website you use, take a look at what the monthly dividends are or the quarterly dividends, or just take a look at the dividends on SPY. And then take a look at how much are you investing and how much are you receiving. That is the yield. What rate of return are you getting on your money investing in SPY overall? You might change your mind. Now, we already looked at it today. I prefer not to look at things twice. RCAT. Alternate Universe Fill. RCAT, you say. RCAT. Oh, well. Red Cat Holdings. I'm a little bit awkward on this one here, Phil. Only because, take a look at the numbers. All right? Last year's low was 70 cents. Okay, if last year's low is 70 cents, how could this company possibly have 2 decades of increased dividend payments at 70 cents last year? Yeah, I don't think so. So sorry, dude. Only do companies that have consistent increases. Oh, it was a typo, USB. That makes more sense. USB. Oh, ouchie, ouchie. Okay, U.S. Bancorp. Look at the high of the year, 54. Look at where we are now, 42.37. Okay, big drop. Basically looking for a new bottom here, kiddo. So we will follow this next week and also this week and see what happens. USB is at 43.77. Well, the 43s are going for 30 to 81. That's well over 1%. So yeah, I like the numbers. I just don't like where the stock is at this moment. New 30-day bottom. So if it finds the bottom today and tomorrow and Wednesday, 2 days up, the earliest I could get into this is Thursday or Friday. Okay. Alternative Universe Fill. Evaluate RCAT. We just did that. It was a no. And I have Bank of America for next week. Andrea, let's take a look at Bank of America. BAC. Oh, yeah. Bank of America for next week also. BAC. I see that one. Apostle, how are you today? Chip Trap, what's happening? Swampy Hemlock, why does my comment keep getting deleted out? Odd. I was asking on VTS as a Jeffries spinoff. Okay. Swampy Hemlock, I have no idea. VTS. Yeah, Vitesse Energy. Number one, it's a monthly. So that's going to be a no right off the bat. Jeffries is a monthly also. That's on Warren Buffett's list. That's a no also. Sorry, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. You guys over on YouTube don't have any more questions? Okay, Alternative Universe Phil. This is the third time you've asked me about RCAT. Okay, when I say I answer each and every individual question, I'd appreciate if you only asked me once. Tisa, homeschool life. Well, we should chat. Drop me a line. I'll give you a buzz. Guidance, back again. Hello to you too. Paul Rudd, what happened this morning? You slept in? No, I was there. You know what, Paul, I got a couple of messages from a few people who didn't get the invite this morning. Right? We did the show this morning, you know, and I was kind of curious why the turnout was the way it was. Okay, Miso. What does it mean trailing 12 months under payout ratio? Dude, I have no idea. Okay, I stick to what I know and I try not to look at things that I don't understand. So that trailing 12 months under payout ratio, no idea what that means. Sorry. How do you calculate the 1%? I'm not quite sure I understand that question. Okay, so I was always pretty good at math. Counting is really not that difficult. 1% is just 1%. Look at it this way. 1 penny is 1% of $1. Okay? So if you have $10, 1% of $10 is 10 cents. 1% of $25 is 25 cents. You're just taking the decimal point and moving it over two places. Take a look right here. 2377. Okay? 23.77. You take the decimal point and you move it over two places. So 1% of $23.77 is 23 cents. Okay, you just move the decimal point over. So how do you calculate 1%? Move your decimal point over. Or could it be something like this? 1% of 50,000 is 500 bucks. 1% of 100,000 is 1,000 bucks. You're just moving it. Anyway, let's keep on moving on. Okay, let's go. We already looked at craft. Okay, TTD, we already looked at that one. That one was a no. 86 is in the house. Shows up for the last 15 minutes, dude. Danny Dez. Hi, what is your preferred time frame? And is it for day trading or weeks? I do weekly trading and my time frame is 1 day at a time. Okay? That's it. 1 day at a time. KG92, what's happening? Oh, damn, my star. Thank you. Missed you this morning, KG. I was there this morning and missed you. Now I did get it. I did get a couple emails. Some people did not receive it, and every once in a while, it's like I've only been doing this for 14. Wait a minute. January was the first. That's 12, 13, 14, 15 months, and about 5 times they had an issue with the Zoom call. Okay, Raz, did I already sell F? No, I bought F this morning. Okay, Raz. The Chevrolet Company, how are you doing today? MNQ. Never heard of that one. MNQ. MNQ. All right. MNQ. We can't find this symbol. So I don't know who said that one. Okay, the Chevrolet Company. Yeah, no. So Jimmy wants to take a look at Riley. Now, I do have some Riley. I probably have more Riley than I should have. 446. Well, let's take a quick look at this. Okay, here's the high at 40. Here's the low right here at like $3. But think about it. How would you feel owning a company at $40 and now it's worth $4.40? That's a 90% drop. 90% drop. Okay, yeah, I've been trading this thing for a while because I like it down here. It made this big drop here, and then I started buying it, and then I've been just rolling it every single week because I'm making 1 to 2 to 3% every single week. All right, so for the last 30 days, okay, check that out. 30 days ago, we're at $4. We dropped down, hit 270, something like that, and then shoot up to $7. Now we pull back at 446. So yeah, I'm into this one, but I wouldn't suggest jumping. I wouldn't jump in anymore because I'd wait to find the bottom. Now I'm going to write Riley down for next week. Got a nice list going so far for next week. Okay, Caesar. We already looked at Intel this evening. Are you selling the option in the money? Okay, I can't read that name because I'm sure that makes sense to you, but I can't read it. Am I selling in the money options? It depends on what the numbers look like. I'm looking to get 1% per week. Buy and hold stock tips. Comcast, CMCSA. CMCSA. Interesting. I'd like to know what happened there. Okay. The high of the year, the low, look at where it was, look at where it is, look at the movement. Down, up, down, up. It's at 36.15. The 36 is going for 57 cents. So yeah, you'd make your money there. Or even the 36.50s, you'd make your money there because it's over 1%. So this is where you decide, do I want to do in the money, which is 36, ITM, at the money, ATM, the 36.50. It's a choice. So I would want to know what happened here. Okay, 30 days ago, here's your bottom at 32.50. Now we hit 38, which is the high of the 30 days. And now it's pulling back. So no, I wouldn't jump into Comcast this week. Your wisdom is okay. All righty. Thank you there, Chris. Don't. Okay, Goji wants to take a look at Lay. Lay or Eli Lilly? Lay. Yeah, no such thing. But Eli Lilly is right there, and that's going to be a no for two reasons. No reason number one, it's in a downturn right now, big drops. No reason number two, it's out of my budget. I do $250 or under. Okay, I don't do stocks over $300. Okay, Rose Gold. We already looked at Coca-Cola twice today. Mike, I'm not quite sure if I should ignore you or not with that O'Reilly crap. Because I have certain rules, Mike. Listen closely. Here's my rules, Mike. You ready? The trading strategy you're seeing tonight was created for my 9-year-old daughter. In 2008, she said, Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing? I said, okay. So it had to be a simple strategy, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So there's only two criteria, and only two. One, consistency of profitability, at least 2 decades. Now, the stock market has been around for 420 some odd years. Okay, the first dividend stock was sold in 1602. 1602, the first dividend stock was sold. The stock market has been around for a very, very long time. So when I choose a stock, I want a company that has consistently been profitable for at least 2 decades. My money, my rules. That's it. O'Reilly is not 20, well, it is 20 years old. But they have monthly options. They don't have weekly options. But you know what I don't like about O'Reilly? Besides the fact that they're not 20 years old, at least I don't think they are. Or are they? I don't know. On Yahoo Finance, I always tell people you need a good financial website. Yahoo Finance, it's not bad. It may be good. It may not be the best, but it gives me what I need and it's free. Okay, O'Reilly, I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side where it says historical data. Well, basically, I want to look at the data stream. Okay, the data stream is basically, today, yesterday, the day before, the day before, the day before, the open, the high, the low, the close, all the numbers I want to see on the data stream. Here it is right here. Here's the dates going back to the very first day this stock traded. Okay, March 10th, March 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 28th, 27th, 26th, so on and so forth. The first column is the opening price, the high of the day, the low of the day, the close of the day, the adjusted of the day, and then the volume. Anything you want to find out is right here. And look at this right here. March 3rd, 27-cent dividend paid out. I want to see every single dividend. The reason why I want to see every single dividend is because A dividend is a portion of the company's profits that they pay back to the investors. So let's take a look. Now we're on O Realty, so I want to go back just 20 years, which is 2005. Okay, now what I want you to look for is consistency of increased profits. The only way you're going to get consistency of increased profits is by looking at the dividends. Because if they make more money, they give more money to the shareholders. So I'm looking for year after year, the number going higher. So in 2004, it was 11 cents. 2005, it was 11 cents. 2006, it was 11 cents for half the year, and then it jumped up to 12. So the first 3 years, there was no real profit. Okay. In 2006, it was at 12. 7, it jumped to 13. 2008, it was at 14. 2009, it was at 14. 2010, it was at 14. 2011, it was at 14. 2012, it was at 14. That's 5 years of no increasing. Now, I don't know about you, okay? See, everybody's entitled to put their money wherever they think the best place is. But if you put your money into a company that 5 years in a row does not increase in their profits, I'm not quite sure. But hold on, it actually basically does the same thing all year long. It goes up. 5 years, no increase, 3 years, no increase. But hold on, take a look at the summary. Okay, just take a quick gander at the summary. Okay, the stock price is 58.10. Okay, look at the yield, 5.5%. So the company's not consistently profitable, and they only offer it 5.5% per year. That's no for me. And it's a monthly optionable stock. Okay, I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Okay, now I'm done looking at stocks. We're just going to answer up questions for the rest of the night. So hope that works for you guys. Larry Vance, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping on by. I'm going to apologize for the quality of the camera on Facebook. There's a much better quality on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or any other website. Now, Facebook, they only allow the videos to stay up for 30 days, so it's not my high priority on Facebook, but I do it as a courtesy to the people who want to see it. But thanks for stopping by. All right. Bigger foot manipulation. Now, bigger foot, I appreciate your input, but can you give me something a little bit better than manipulation? Which one is he talking about now? Oh, Realty, that's the one. Now what? Bigger foot, yep. Okay, Intel. All right, Cesar, we already looked at Intel earlier. Okay, Jimmy Riley, we already looked at earlier. Awful Modern Plays. Back again. I sold all my Disney shares. I don't care about the dividends. Slow stock. Okay. Awful Madden pays less than 1% dividend. Okay. Jay Garino. I looked at that name today because I saw you pop up. I was like, Garino. Wow, that's close to my name. All right. Anyway, glad for you to stop by, Jay. Ivan, how are you doing? Axel Fund, cool beans. Okay, Awful Madden Plays. Stock hasn't done anything in 2 years. Okay, I know it is terrible. Well, alrighty then. Okay, Rose Gold, stop by tomorrow. We'll take a look at Alex. Okay, Chris, OKE, we'll take a look at that one tomorrow. Nathan, terribly sorry, dude. I don't do commodities anymore. Do you think Meta can recover in 3 months? Okay, Juju, I don't do Meta. Okay, they only just started to pay out dividends, which means I won't be looking at Meta for another 15, 17 years. Do I think Meta can recover? Are all the novices here? Zayla, I honestly don't know. I have no idea the qualifications of anybody that shows up. They show up, they ask questions, I answer them. That's about as far as I can go with that one. So I have no idea about the qualifications of anyone. Caldwell Cutie, how are you today? Add lemon? I have no idea what that means. Azalea. Okay, Caldwell Cutie, don't pay attention. They you know what? They say if you don't have enough haters, you're not working hard enough. So 1 or 2 per night, I'm okay with. Caldwell Cutie, I did jump into Ford this morning. What about GEV? We can take a look at that one tomorrow. Caesar the Dressing, Walgreens. Yeah, that was that's gone private. Okay, so I don't think we can trade Walgreens anymore. Chris Rock, I wasn't. I have no idea what that means. Brianna, I'm fine. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm doing wonderful, Miss Brianna. Chris Rock, Tesla. I don't do Tesla. It doesn't have dividends. I think it's easy, don't you? I think it's easy too. Thank you there, Zayla. Michael David Robinson. What Archer has is involvement with military audience self-launch and return to land if not used. Yeah, that's nice, Mike, but it doesn't have what I'm looking for. Okay, AMZ, S&P, no. NVIDIA, no. Okay, you weren't listening to what I was saying, but that's okay. Lucio Meza, hello. What do I think about SQQQ as a hedge as well as temporary dividend payer? Okay, we can take a look at that tomorrow if you want to show up tomorrow. Mo, why did American Airlines tank today and after hours? Okay, Mo, we can take a look at that tomorrow, but it's after 11:30. I'm not going to look at it tonight. Aaron Hepp, what range of percentage gains per transaction do you like to stay within? Over 1%, Aaron. Sandy, I missed Intel. Can you fill me in? Okay, Sandy, you want to show up tomorrow? I'm here every night, around 9:15 until 11:30. Okay? Why? Altria, please. Okay, we looked at Altria earlier today. We can take a look at it tomorrow if you want to show up tomorrow. Chris Rock, we already did AVGO earlier. The NASDAQ is still better than 2023. What's that say? I have no idea what that means. Caldwell Cutie, that's 25%. Yep. I've been short Tesla for 2 weeks. Jason, I don't do Tesla. I don't know why. Okay, Altria, we'll look at it tomorrow. Okay, we're past 11:30. I'm just answering questions now. What about DE? That's John Deere. Room for more upside? Could be. We'll take Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? We can take a look at John Deere tomorrow. Sandy, Coles and Pfizer. Tomorrow sounds like a great day to look at it. To answer a question, above all, travel corps include cruise ships down to Delta Airlines' bad forward guidance. Okay, Michael David Robinson, we can take a look at that a little bit deeper when we have some more time and we actually have some data that we can support with that. That sounds like pretty good information. Coach Clem, how are you doing today? Thank you for showing there, Coach. Okay, NASDAQ. Uh-oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Wow. Well, I missed all these questions. Holy crap. Okay. Quantum antenna, thank you. Why? Altria, we'll take a look at Altria tomorrow. Walk, MU, Micron, we'll take a look at that one tomorrow. I don't think you hear thank you enough. Hey, Devil Dell, how are you today? I only watch from time to time, but I really enjoy it. Okay, thank you. Says 288, ask questions. Okay, ask a question. Caldwell Cutie, GE Healthcare. Okay. Add lemon. Okay. HY, Archer Aviation. We already looked at that one earlier. Okay, Caldwell Cutie, Kava is in trouble. Okay. David Dell, Misty, MSTY. Yeah, we looked at that one yesterday. It was a no yesterday. Elgalode Joe Valdez. Okay. FMC. What is FMC? We can look at it tomorrow. I'm here every night, 9 to 11:30. NGG Mel's. Hey, HY, you're on your own with Archer. No weeklies, no dividends. KNTK, Swampy Hemlock. What the heck is KNTK? Charlie, Palantir, do me a favor, Charlie. Okay, go take a look. Any financial website you want. See how well Palantir pays its dividends and how consistently they increase their dividends. Anthony, John Deere, we can take a look at it tomorrow. Making a difference. What's your take on Intel this week? I love Intel. As soon as it finds the bottom, I jump in. Club Med Tom. Hey, James, which stocks did you sell covered calls for today? Ooh, that's a good question. I did Ford. I know that much. I know Misty is not great, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts about these things from YieldMax. Okay, Devil Dead. Devil Dell. Take a look at the dividends and how consistently they increase their profits. That will give you a better idea of whether or not you should, jump into it or not. I'm going to grab a seat. I played soccer over the weekend and my knees are just a little uncomfortable. Caldwell Cutie, we looked at Ford. I jumped into some Ford this morning. It looked good this morning. GM, well, that looks good too, as soon as it makes the move to the upside consistently. Let's keep on going. Jonathan, good evening. One stock DVN. Ooh, we looked at DVN earlier today. The numbers looked good. Swampy Hemlock, DVN long-term hold. Okay, now Swampy Hemlock, I don't hold on to anything. The longest I've ever held on to a stock was 9 months, and I didn't do it because I wanted to. I did it because the stock dropped, and I waited for it to recover before I could get rid of it. But I did collect 3 dividends and about 30 different premiums. That was a nice profit, even though it took a while because it went down, floated on the bottom a little bit, came back up, and that's when I got rid of it, same price. Swampy Hemlock, you can just search that on Morningstar in 30 seconds. Okay, Swampy Hemlock, I have no idea what you're talking about at this moment because you got to keep one thing in mind. I got 7 different channels going. And yeah, this one has the most questions on it, but there are other questions. So every once in a while, you'll say something that I'm not quite sure the topic of conversation. But Morningstar, yeah, has lots of information. They are paying a dividend this week. Thank you, Jonathan. Devil Dell, curious about your thoughts on Misty. It's new, so you're not going to like it. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, so Devil Dell, think of it this way. With the stock market being around for over 400 years, MSTY is not even on the radar yet. I don't even know how old they are, but I know they don't have 20 years of dividends. So no, I don't do Misty. They're just not old enough. I don't even think they're a year or 2 old, something like that. YL Trio, we'll look at it tomorrow. Caldwell Cutie, AT&T tomorrow. What do I think about YieldMax products? I don't like YieldMax products. Take a look at the numbers. Whenever you give your money to a company to take care of for you, you're not going to get top dollar. Okay, those companies, they sell you what they think you want to own. And the numbers, in my humble opinion, just don't look good. Making a difference, thank you for that. He doesn't do YieldMax because they don't have 20 years of dividends. Absolutely right. Arcat is a drone tech company. Yeah, I get that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. And yeah, some people can make a lot of money on it. But I'm at that point where I don't want to take the chance. And that's what it comes down to. You know, do you want to take a chance with your money? Well, you're putting into new companies. Well, drone technology is a new technology. Okay, how long can they stay where they are? And can they be consistently profitable over time? That's not a road I want to travel down. I like the companies that have been around. Southwest Airlines could be this week. Okay. What indicates a good time to sell? Profit. Greg, it's an interesting question, Greg. What indicates a good time to sell? Profit. I don't know if I can make it any clearer. It's not a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. Me, I like 1%. Okay, if I buy a stock and it jumps up 1 or 2%, I'm out. I have no desire to hold on to anything. Shayna Lee, how are you today? New to dividend stocks, which one is recommended on your point of view? Okay, Shayna Lee, I know nothing at all about you, which means I make no recommendations to anyone about anything. If you want a conversation with an honest, non-biased opinion, I'll be more than glad to talk to you. Drop me your number, I'll give you a buzz, and we'll go from there. Caldwell Cutie, Sedge. Okay, we can look at that tomorrow. Michael David Robinson, thank you for that. Paul Rod, I got no invite. Yep, I heard, Paul, you're not the only one. I heard a few people say the same thing. I'm a Patreon, I haven't gotten anything. Oh, Boomheimer. I'm going to have to check into that one. Okay, as a matter of fact, don't go anywhere tonight. I will take a look, find out exactly what we're talking about here. Hold on a second. All right. I'm going to put it on the computer in front of me. I don't want to share it with everybody. I don't want, your information being out there. Okay. Yeah, I got to do that. Damn it. What is today? March 10th. March 10, 2025. Okay, next. And select a chat to share to or disable. I have no idea what the hell that means. I have no idea what the hell that means. All right, I'm just gonna have to do it over again. All right, I'm looking up to see where yours is, Boomhauser. B-O-O-M. Okay. Boomhauer, I am not seeing your name in here. H-A-U-E-R. Sorry, dude, it's not popping up unless you have a different name that you used. Why do I like Apache? Greg, I don't really know at this moment in time what I said 30 or 40 minutes ago, but I do remember Apache, the numbers look pretty good. And the chart was going the right direction, as far as I recall. So let's keep on going. That's why I'm here now, working in the hangar, as I was wondering if you were okay this morning. Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, I do get a little bit of issues with that. Any thoughts on AMD? I'm down 40% on 100 grand. AMD. MJ, how are you doing today? I feel bad that you're down 40 grand on your 100 grand. I don't like AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. I don't think they have the right amount of dividends that I'm looking for. Greetings from Germany. Oh boy. I used to be able to say hello, hi in German. I don't quite remember. I mean, no, that's goodbye. All right, let's keep on going. Okay, Goat Farmer. Oh, back again. Is he asking about 1% of your account or 1% move on the stock as a calculation? Okay, I'm looking at 1% of my whole account. So if my account has 100,000 and I'm looking to get 1,000 a week, that's 1%. Okay, I carry 5 to 6 positions, sometimes 8 positions, but I like to keep a certain amount, and I like to keep 1% every single week. Okay, Rye Guy, just there to watch. What do you do when the stock price keeps dropping week after week after week you bought it? You just deal with it. Number one, never buy something you don't want to hold on to, or you don't want to own, or you don't understand. If you don't understand it, you don't understand a stock can go down 50% or more from what you buy it at, you shouldn't be playing this game. Because if we're looking here at old realty, okay, here's the high right here at 65. The bottom's right down here in the 40 area. That's not a big drop, but there are other companies. Ooh, wait a second. Riley, R-I-L-Y. Whoops. R-I-L-Y. Okay, take a look at Riley for a second. The high of the year is 40 bucks. Well, now it's down to $4. That's a 90% decrease. If you're not ready to buy a stock at 40 bucks and have it drop down to 4 and still hold on to it, okay, that takes quite a bit to watch your stock go from 40 down to 4. But here's a question for you. Okay, when you bought it at 40, you were entitled to the dividend. So let's say the dividend's 40 cents per share. So at $40, you're getting a 40-cent dividend. Well, now the stock's at $4. Are you still getting the same dividend or are you getting less dividend? It doesn't really matter what you buy the stock for. If the dividend consistently increases every single year, you're making more and more money if you never sell at a loss. Now, number one, I don't like it when a stock goes from here to here, but I won't sell at a loss. But that's me. You have to decide what's right for you. We all have to decide what's right for you. So yeah, I keep the stock as it goes down. Caldwell Cutie, we looked at Riley earlier. Derek, is SCHD a safe one to invest in? Too scared to invest in dividend stocks. Okay, Derek, I really can't tell you what to do. Okay, if you like SCHD and you're okay with it, that's a choice that only you can make. I personally don't like SCHD. I do my own research. I do my own investing. I'm just here to answer questions for people. Okay, so would I? No, I don't like SCHD. That's just me personally. Some people do like it. What's your list? What's your list for this week? Making a difference. How are you today? What's my list this week? Let me give you a couple of them that's on my list for this week. What do we got? RTX, Dow, Occidental Petroleum, Intel, Macy's, Best Buy, Kohl's, Caterpillar, Ford, Devon Energy, Nucor, QCOM, Mara. Those are all on the list. They have a very similar philosophy. Failed checkout. Have you heard of Wasmer Schroeder? Nope, never heard of him. Do the math for us. All right, user 65. I have no idea what math you want me to do. Okay. Nima, Broadband subscription got hit. Okay. Peacock subs down too. No idea what that means. Kuldeep Goman, SQQQ. Yeah, that's a no for me. DKS, I have no idea who they are. Okay, Archer Aviation, DD, we looked at that earlier. Buddy Sam, what's happening? Steven Sens, how you doing? Austin, nice you to show up, dude. How are you today? Let's keep on keeping on. What site is that? This is not a website. This is Think or Swim. It is a trading platform. Klinsky, how are you doing today? Zozak, nice to see you. On Dem. Yahoo Finance, got that. Barnache Leclerc. Bonjour, bonsoir. Comment ça va toujours? I agree with you. All righty, that works. Can you look at APID, please? Okay, Jay, we can look at it tomorrow. It's past 11:30. I'm just answering all the rest of the questions, and that's it. Are you thinking that Trump is doing all his stuff to grow the inflation and to finally central banks will push down the rates? Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Lindarella, good evening. How are you? What do I think about Coles? I love Coles. May, or is that Mel? Mel, hi, sir. I invested in IHG. Was it a good choice? Mel, you can ask me tomorrow night. Okay, I'm on every night from 9 to 11:30. Right now, I'm just answering the questions. There's quite a bit of questions to go through. I'm trying to get as many of them done as possible. But I can look at IHG tomorrow, not tonight. Okay, so Barnache, I'm not quite sure if that question was good enough for you. There's lots of different ways of looking at what people think on the tariffs. Okay, now the name you have is definitely not an American name, and I have no idea where you are, but here's my philosophy on tariffs. This is just my philosophy. I could be wrong. Okay. I don't want to get political. I get nothing about politics whatsoever. I haven't met a single politician I could ever trust. Some people, I actually like what they say because I like what they stand for, so on and so forth. Let's just leave it at that. But as for tariffs, a tariff is a tax on something you import into your country. Okay? Now, if you look at it this way, the left hand always washes the right. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, the right is taxing the left 10%. Well, don't you think the left should tax the right 10%? So if country A is taxing 5%, well, country B should tax 5% back. It should be reciprocal. So if you're charging me 20%, I'm going to charge you 20%. Well, that just sounds fair to me. Okay? Now, lately, okay, ever since the United States first started in the 1600s, 1700s, the government's money came from tariffs, from people selling their goods to the Americans. Okay, we got all these products. We're going to let's sell them to the Americans. They're not taxing us. Well, fine. At some point, don't you think it will be fair if you're taxing me 10%? Shouldn't I be taxing you 10%? Okay, I'm getting back to my example. The left hand washes the right. Ain't no other way around it. You can't wash your hands with your feet, and you can't wash your hands with your elbows. Okay, the left hand washes the right. You tax me 10%, I tax you 10%. Fair is fair. That's my thoughts on tariffs. Lindarella, good evening. Central bank will push down. Yep. Hi, sir. Invested. Okay, yep. I told you I can't tell you that unless we take a look at it tomorrow. Can you still trade Walgreens? I don't think so because it got bought out and they actually went private. AMZ, sorry, I wasn't here for the beginning, so I didn't hear why you said no to NVIDIA and S&P. Well, NVIDIA, the reason why I say no to NVIDIA, number one, is the book value is $2.79. It's not worth the money they're asking for it. Two, NVIDIA dividends are 1 penny per share. So if I'm paying $120, $130 for a share of stock, I want more than 1 penny of dividend. And then I want the company to be consistently profitable, which would mean, well, the profits increase every single year. It doesn't happen with NVIDIA. S&P, the exact same way. You take a look at what is the yield that you're getting from the S&P. Well, S&P was like $530 a share, and the yield was 1.2, 1.3%, something weird like that, for the year. So why would I invest my money into companies that aren't giving me what I want? What I want specifically, and I don't hide it from anyone. I don't have a hidden agenda. I want 1% per week. Okay, so S&P pays 1% per year, so that's a no. And then take a look at the dividends on the S&P, SPY. Okay, I'm talking about spiders, SPY. Take a look at the dividends. Do they increase consistently every single year? Or do they go up and then they go down, they go up and they go down? Yeah, I don't want to buy companies like that. Okay, I want my money to go someplace that is consistently profitable. That's basically it. Uh-oh. You're the best thing on TikTok. Well, thank you for that, user. Okay. Interesting name your parents chose for you, though. 1126647454119. That's a weird name. Jazzy, what's happening? Hello, sir. Any thoughts on NVIDIA? Yeah, no, I don't like NVIDIA. The numbers just don't work. Do yourself a favor. I'm not telling you what to do. Okay, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you not to buy it. My thoughts are anybody who wants to buy something with their hard-earned money should probably take a look and find out exactly what is the company worth and how consistently profitable do they run their company on a yearly basis. Okay, NVIDIA just doesn't work. Okay, we looked at Pfizer earlier. Jay Moore, how are you today? Money Man, take it on the way up. Thank you. Sebastian, are you Molly? I have no idea what Molly means. Terribly sorry. Would you do a covered call on HPE or BE? Only after I looked at the numbers. Melodic Angie, how are you today? I'll take a look at the numbers if they make sense, yeah. But if they don't, no. Mel, NGG, no idea what that means. Josh Dalton, how are you doing today? ACRE, you have to ask me tomorrow. Well, I got a lot of questions to still go through. I'm almost done. Do you think a recession is inevitable and necessary, like some people are saying? Well, yeah. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Economies go up, economies go down. Which stock will give you 1 to 2% per week? Oh my goodness, Hayes, there's so many of them. Okay, I have about 300 on my list that actually fit the parameters in which I'm looking for. Taryn Dietrich, what do I think about Bito and their dividends? They're not consistently profitable. That's what I'm thinking. Josh, PDI, never heard of it. MMT, never heard of it. Closed-end funds? No. Hayes, do you do cash-secured puts out and then covered calls? Once in a while, I do. James, how are you today? And look at that. We are at the end of all our questions. Okay, so questions done, questions over. You guys have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow. Okay, so Boom Hari, you have to let me know because I'm not seeing it in here anywhere. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. All right. All that being said, you guys have a great night. We will see you again tomorrow. Sayonara. Mikey D, have a nice night. Thank you for another night of knowledge. Sam, you're welcome. Mel, have a good night. See you guys over here on Facebook. See you later. Catch you guys tomorrow. Instagram, you guys have a nice night. It's worth a long with bond mentality. Thanks, Josh. All right. Bye for you guys on YouTube.